Tom, thanks again for joining me. We're here at PAC Expo Vegas. Second video of this kind of two-part series talking about the state of the industry. And for this video, I wanted to talk about the ongoing trend of robotics and automation. And I've walked the show floor, I've visited a few booths, and there is certainly every year at PAC Expo, there's certainly a lot of robotics and automation out there on display. But it seems like I've seen some of the OEMs really getting into automating and adding robots to what they do. Talk a little bit about the advancements in the last year that you've seen and the leaps and bounds that people have made in terms of incorporating robots and cobots and automation into what they do.
Sure. So you're absolutely right. There have been many advances, and we have been talking about this for a number of years. Each time the progress or the incremental advancements just seem to get a little bit bigger. The increments get a little bigger, Andy. I think that a couple that we're looking at here at PAC Expo Las Vegas in 2019, collaborative robots or cobots, huge element. You can go out onto the floor and see various designs and approaches for the collaborative robot. The demonstrations are also becoming more effective to highlight the use of the cobot with an operator, with a human in the area where the robot could be impacting. So that's been a big one. The other one I'm picking up on is some advancements in vision to interact with the robot. So the vision systems have been very good for a long time. It's both the speed of the vision processing and the ability, for example, to identify edges of a product when you have a mixed batch. You have mixed products that are in a bin or in an area, and the robot has to be able to automatically identify what's going to be the proper pick point for that.
Yeah, I've seen that too, and it's been very interesting to see that kind of advancement. Another advancement I've noticed out there, and this is a couple years in the making, it's not just this year, the intelligence and the virtual reality, right? The ability to work on a machine and have it 3D in front of you, show you animations on how to disassemble and reassemble. Have you seen a growth in that, or is that just something that's just starting up?
We've seen some advancements even from the past 2 years, when I won't say just the first ones. There may have been some really early adopters, but a little bit bigger use in 2017, where if you talked about an augmented reality or a virtual reality environment, the augmented reality with a set of glasses on the production floor, the virtual reality, I'm sitting here in the conference room and it's the same as if I was out on the factory floor. Both of those have really made advancements. The ability for the virtual reality to be able to walk up to the machine and then to automatically move myself just with the handheld paddles from one end of the machine to the other and get a different perspective, really spectacular. On the augmented reality side, I'm impressed with the amount of information that can be provided with the various screens or the various lenses now, so that an individual can improve the productivity on the production floor. I think both of those you're seeing more of, and you'll see more improvements on each and every time you see a demonstration.
So, this advancement has been pretty progressive, pretty quick moving. Where do you see, next year when we talk at PAC Expo about this automation and the augmented reality and the artificial intelligence and all those things, those, futuristic sounding things, where do you think the next steps are going to be taken to advance the industry?
So I'll make a prediction. I don't know this in that I'm not working in that area specifically, but I think you're going to see a combination of the augmented reality with voice commands, so that as I'm looking at a product or I'm going to do maintenance on it, I can say switch to the exploded view of the item that I'm working on, and the augmented reality will respond. Once you're able to do that, now I can really keep my hands engaged on the product, and I'm using my voice just as we're doing now with the phone, just as you're doing with your the speakers at home. You're doing using it to control the television. The expectation is that I no longer have to have buttons in order to do something. I no longer have to say switch this, switch here. That's going to be one. The artificial intelligence is a whole separate and interesting area. The learning methodologies that have been coming where AI is beginning to get additional information and process that, which is what the essence of AI is. It's been able to be done faster, and the programming is allowing more and more companies to take a look at how they can use AI in improving their machinery or in improving what the machine is designed to do. I think we'll be talking about that in 2020 and 2021 and really talking about some specific improvements.
Great. Well, the show has been great. It's been pretty crowded out on the floor, so congratulations on that, and great job bringing, all this great technology to everybody. And I look forward to upcoming shows, Pro Food Tech, Back Expo, everything moving forward. So.
Yeah. And I'm going to give a plug for one more thing,
Okay,
Andy.
sure,
if you
sure.
haven't seen it, down on the floor is an area called the robotics zone. It's a special area that PMMI has developed here in 2019. The concept was that we partnered with a group called Blessings in a Backpack that provides supplemental meal kits to school-age children for the weekend. So the Blessings and the Backpack idea is that they get a meal replacement, a breakfast, a protein, and a snack, all in a flexible bag in order to be able to fit into their backpack to take home. We went out to our exhibitor community and said, hey, who would like to participate? We got some great response, and actually we have 5 different demonstrations down on the floor of companies that said, we're accomplishing the same thing. We have a little bit different way of doing it than the company next door. All of them generated their own designs and came up with them. It's great to see. We're looking to turn out 6,000 of the supplemental meals by the end of the show on Wednesday. They'll be distributed in Las Vegas, in Chicago, and in Northern Virginia.
That's great, and it's always good to hear about Pack Expo giving back, the Pack Gives Back program, and now the Blessings in a Backpack. That's great, and it's wonderful.
I appreciate you letting me talk about it.
Of
Thanks,
course,
Andy.
Tom, of course. Thanks again.